These are my top 5 reasons why I love living in Vancouver, Washington. Hi, welcome. I'm Cassandra Marks, also known as Realtor Cass. I am so glad that you stopped by today, and I just want to share with you my top 5 reasons why I moved to Vancouver, Washington. And they're not really in any particular order, but they are my opinion and some of the reasons why I moved here. If you've got a reason why you love living in Vancouver, Washington, please drop it below in the comments. I'd love to hear your reasons too. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first reason on my top 5 as to why we moved to Vancouver, Washington, and why I love living here is because of affordability. And when my husband and I were looking for a home, we were looking between Portland, Oregon and Vancouver, Washington. And honestly, there was $100,000 difference between the two. So it was kind of at that point a no-brainer. I wasn't super attached to Oregon, and I was looking for that affordability factor, and Vancouver, Washington had it. So this leads me into the second reason why I love living in Vancouver, Washington. And honestly, that's because you can still find good acreage close into town. So that's one thing we were looking for when we were looking for a new home is we were looking for somewhere between 2 and 5 acres. I grew up on a farm in West Central Minnesota, and I really wanted to be able to have that farm feel. I really like gardening, and so we needed some space to do that. And we just got really lucky to find the home that we did just outside of the city limits. And it's been wonderful so far. So if you're looking for a little bit of acreage, definitely Vancouver is the place to look. Which leads me directly into my third reason why I love living in Vancouver, Washington. And that is because you can live in Vancouver and live on acreage and still be close to everything in town and be close to the outdoor activities as well. So like, for example, my house, I am 20 minutes from just about any store that I need. And I'm also 20 minutes from some of the most beautiful hikes in Southwest Washington. And it's just so nice to get up on a Saturday morning, have some coffee, and then 20 minutes, bam, you're in the hills. 20 minutes, you're back to your house, you change clothes. 20 minutes, you can go hit the grocery store and get ready to cook some dinner. So there's a lot of availability for that here. And the fourth reason of my top 5 that I absolutely love living in Vancouver is because it has this small town feel, yet it's not super small. So you can go to the grocery store and see people that you recognize, your neighbors and that kind of thing, and talk to them. You can go to the local restaurants and see your neighbors and see other people. You know, it's kind of a small community. And everyone's super duper duper nice. Every person that I've met up here has been phenomenal. Very country, very just giving and kind. So I love the small town feel since I grew up in a small town myself. So my fifth and final reason why I love living in Vancouver, Washington is because it's a weird one. I'm sorry. Income tax. So we were trying to decide between Portland, Oregon and Vancouver, Washington, and my husband said to me, you know, you're the one that's going to be commuting back and forth because I already work for a company in Washington. And so he's like, it's up to you. And I was like, well, why not? So the second that we decided to move to Vancouver, we both got 10% raises because we were no longer paying the income tax that was in Portland. So it was kind of a win-win. Who doesn't like a raise? Well, there you have it. Those are my top 5 reasons why I love living in Vancouver, Washington. And I appreciate you stopping by and taking a listen. If you've got any reasons that you love Vancouver, Washington that are different from mine, please drop them down in the comments. I would love to talk about how much I love being here with other people. And if you've got time to do that, I'd also appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel because there's going to be tons of more good content coming out about Vancouver and Southwest Washington, and I would hate for you to miss any of it. So thank you so much for tuning in, and make it a lovely week. Bye.